Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Your trades are making some superb profits and you're always managing that risk so you don't get blown out of the water. So today I want to take a quick look at E8 funding. There obviously seems to be a new prop firm just come out to the market. Everything looks really slick and really flash. So I thought I'd have a quick overview of what's going on, see if I can uncover some of the truths and whether I actually want to recommend them to one of the prop firms to watch in the future. So E8 funding gaining a little bit of popularity in some of the Telegram groups, the chat channels, the forums, as well as people leaving comments on my videos saying, what do I think about these guys? Are they legit? Now, I don't know if they're legit. I don't trade with them. I've not seen any real payout proof. I know there's a few sort of screenshots of people who've got some payouts from them, but I've not really seen a lot of evidence sort of backing that up. But again, it could be because they're only quite new. Looking at their Instagram feed, they appear to have only really sort of launched from October this year. So only really sort of like 2 months worth of sort of establishment behind them. And that would often lead to just a kind of delay in getting to that sort of payout proof. Now they claim on their latest Instagram post, they've got now 1,000 members. What that actually means, we don't know. Is that 1,000 paid people? 1,000 people have actually logged in and signed up with them, just doing a free trial as an example. Again, there's more clarity around that would be actually quite useful. And they don't actually say how many active funded traders they have, or like other prop firms doing at the moment, actually saying what their payouts are per month and their statistics. But what I do find quite encouraging is actually look at their domain name and when it was registered. It was actually registered back in February of 2021, so it's actually been around for quite a while. They seem to be doing a lot of development work on their back-end processes. And what is quite also telling is the actual person who registered this domain name was actually from Czech Republic, which is also where FTMO is from. Now there seems a lot of similarities actually in their website, their dashboard, and how you actually register between this and FTMO. I'm not saying there's a direct link, it just could be a pure coincidence. And if you research their address, obviously they're based in Dallas, Texas in the USA. Now if you actually look at the address and do a bit of research, it is just a managed service blocks where you can rent office space or get post redirected. So again, there isn't anything to back up to say they've actually got a premises and established people working there. But again, I can't disprove that. I'm only going by what I can find on the internet. Now, like so many other prop firms, they're doing the two-stage verification. So obviously going through a 30-day sort of challenge phase, a second step of a verification phase, and then obviously you get funded. Obviously they've got various account sizes. So let's have a look at their website and see more detail. So here on their website actually looks quite clean, quite fresh, quite different from a lot of the prop firms I've established in the past few months. So again, I give big credit to actually come up with a different design and different layout. Now here we have the overview of the phases to get funded. If you look at phase 1, it's an 8% profit target and with a maximum 5% daily drawdown, which again is pretty similar to the rest of the actual prop firms out there. But obviously what is not as good is there's only an 8% max loss from the initial deposit drawdown, whereas a lot of the other prop firms are giving 10 or 12%. But again, the minimum trading days, you can do it in 1 day if you're able to hit the 8%. I'm sure a lot of people could do that. And you have the maximum trading days of 30 days in the first phase. Phase 2, pretty much the same. You've got the same drawdown and max drawdown loss of 5 and 8%. You're looking to get a 5% profit target. Again, very similar to a lot of other prop firms out there. Again, you can do it in 1 day and you have 60 days to achieve it. So step 3, once you're actually funded, they return your initial almost staking fee to sign up to the actual challenge phases. There are no profit targets. You can obviously go through and trade as you want to. Again, the same drawdown rules, maximum of 5% and no more than 8% from the initial deposit. And you're an 80% profit split at the end of the 30 days. So we can see from that quick overview, they're pretty much standard across the board. It would be nice to have a bigger max drawdown, I say 10% like the other prop firms are doing. But again, if you're managing your risk and you actually are being successful, then 8% I'm sure a lot of people can actually manage with. And it is great to see an 80% profit split. That really shows they're obviously putting faith in their funded traders and are able to give a good return on if you're actually to make profits in that third step and obviously when you're funded with them. So here we have the account sizes, everything from $25,000 to $250,000. The price is probably a little bit higher than some other prop firms. If we look at the $100,000, which seems to be the benchmark, that's at $588. Now you compare it to my Forex funds at the moment, which are obviously the cheapest, they come in at $499. I do actually like their FAQs. They actually take you to another window with a lot more explanation around it. So let's look at how much leverage they offer. So here it says they offer 100 times leverage on accounts, which is pretty good. That seems to be where most people are heading now. So what instruments are you allowed to trade? Pretty much anything you like. So Forex, commodities, indices, equities, and cryptocurrencies. There aren't many equities listed, but again, at least it's better than having none. So a big one as always, can you trade news on the EA account? Yes, you can. You're able to trade news around any of the news events in your phase 1 and phase 2. But this section here is really quite telling. However, once you are trading the EA funded account connection to our live capital, this may actually give a violation due to slippage, which would be interesting to find out where that actually is detailed on their FAQs. So can you hold positions overnight? It says yes, but it doesn't actually specify over the weekends. It'd be actually nice to have clarity on that one as well. Again, a bit of an ambiguity in some of the rules here. So the FAQs are quite clear, lots of detail around them, but again, I'd like to understand a bit more around this trading news. Obviously, when you're funded, I would say read through all of the terms and conditions around whatever they supply and make sure you're fully aware of everything going into trading news, because again, if there is a huge violation of a spike, you don't want to be losing your account with any slippage or any drawdown on the account. So one area where E8 really do excel is their dashboard, their sign-up processor, and their free evaluation account. Now I signed up today, got the evaluation account details within literally a couple of seconds. I downloaded their version of MetaTrader 4, which is the main platform you can trade with, got up and running very quickly, placed a few trades just to see what the spreads, slippage or commissions were. The spreads were very good, very tight, there were no commissions on the trades, and I had no problems executing the trades, although I was only trading one lot on one of the Forex pairs. But when you go into the dashboard, you've got fantastic metrics of actually how the trades were placed, what you're actually doing, and I again go back to the point of it is very, very similar to how FTMO display their trading and their dashboards, even to the point where they have a light and dark mode at the top of the page. Okay, so here we are, we have their dashboard, very, very standard layout. We have a nice account balance that shows how we're actually doing against our trades. Obviously, it details when we start and end our challenge phases. For me, it's only a evaluation, therefore it's only a 2-week process. It's also very clear on all the goals around minimum trading days, profit targets, daily loss and maximum loss overall. And obviously as we go down, we can see real analysis on where we're taking longs or shorts, what our instruments were and our trading volumes. Again, lots of information there for a trader. But again, for me, the key thing here is actually it really does refresh every 60 seconds and you're getting much more real-time data from the other dashboards. If you compare it to my Forex funds, theirs doesn't seem to refresh anywhere near as quickly. As we can see, they've just done a quick refresh and any data or the trades would have been literally represented straight into this account balance if anything was happening. So also in the dashboard, we have economic calendar and news feeds. Yes, it's really nice they provide a news feed. Here we can just go in and get some very high level economic data where we're looking at how the dollar is moving, any sentiment, anything sort of looking at how might they move the markets. Although we're not specifically news traders, it's always nice to have a good sort of one eye seeing what's going on in the markets. And then again, there's loads of articles that are coming through and updated quite regularly. Again, in the economic calendar, we're able to filter by what day we're actually looking at. So if we want to look at Friday as an example, we can see that we've got very few news events, majority of them are low impact. Again, we can filter on high impact news events and see what's going to come out in the market. But so far I've been really impressed. It's a real slick interface, everything looks fantastic. But as always, the proof is in the pudding of when they pay out and whether there's going to be any ambiguous rules they want to start to catch you out on down the line. Again, there's not much information from the traders at the moment, but I will keep my ear to the ground, keep going through all the forums and all the Telegram chats to see if I can get some more information and really give some more credibility to their actual longevity as a prop firm. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are already funded with them, let me know down in the comments below how you're getting on, what your impressions of them actually dealing in their customer support. And yeah, I'll see you again next video. Cheers everyone.